Being at the lowest point in your life can be the very thing that allows you to find yourself again. I know it's been a long time since I made a video, and please excuse my hair. I just got back from the gym not too long ago, and that's why my hair low-key looks a little insane. But the main point of this video is not really to talk about myself. Yes, I'm gonna talk about why I haven't made a video in so long and kind of where I'm at, because most of my videos are talking about where I'm at. But the main point of this video is I'm praying that this will help someone or someone that you know in really practicing your mental health. I will be honest, for a long time, I have been struggling mentally to the point where I've been speaking death over myself and doing things where I'm really not loving myself and basically tearing myself apart. And literally what you say out of your mouth does matter deeply. In God's word, it's just a fact of life that there is power in the tongue where you can speak life or death over yourself or other people. And that's something I've been learning recently, is to really watch the things that I say out loud. Those things will affect you seriously. Another thing along with that, when you speak certain things, like for example, if you say that you're ugly, your brain does not know what is true and what is not. So if you say you're ugly, your brain is going to start looking for things out throughout your day to prove that you're ugly. If you say you're pretty, your brain is going to look for things throughout your day to prove that you're pretty. There was a time where I was in an environment where I was learning a whole bunch of different things on how to help me mentally. And with that, you really have to work on loving yourself and caring for yourself. Like, nobody's going to do it for you. And sometimes you do have to take a step away from other people, because if you don't love yourself, how will you love other people? And that's what exactly I'm trying to work on. I'm trying to work on loving myself so I can love other people. There's a difference between being there for someone and truthfully loving them. And sometimes, which is going to go in the next point, you have to let certain people go in order to truly love them. And that is something that has been very hard for me on its own. Obviously, it's not the easiest thing. Like, who likes losing friends or losing people that you truly care about? But sometimes God will remove those people because God is trying to get them to a certain place where they will call on his name. And I don't know what that's going to look like, obviously, for people. But he does the same thing for you too. Being offline, and I've talked about this multiple times, but being offline is probably the best thing that you could do for yourself. Like, I've been off of Instagram for so long, and I don't really go on Snapchat like that anymore. And I notice mentally, I do more things throughout the day, because if I was just sitting here scrolling all the time, I'm literally wasting the day, which of course you've heard that multiple times, but it's true. Scrolling will literally take your life away. The only social media platform I've really been on is TikTok, but it's not so much with me scrolling. I kind of use it as Google sometimes, but you can learn a lot from just watching certain videos where people do the research and tell you certain things, and then you do the research yourself and you find it to be true. If you struggle with this, cannot self-sabotage yourself, okay? Because this is something I've struggled with for years. There are certain things I know I can be very good at, and there are things you know you could be very good at too, but you hold yourself back because of other people. Why? Why? And it's like, honestly, I'm asking myself, why do I do that? Like, if God gives you a gift to do something, do it. Don't hold yourself back because of other people, or because sometimes you may be scared to. Don't get me wrong, there are some things that could be scary to do. But if you're specifically holding yourself back because of other people, do not do that. because God gave you that gift for a reason, not them. And that's why God gave them a different gift other than the one that you have, because we're all meant to be different in our own way. Because if we were all meant to be the same, God would make us the same. But that's not the case. So stop self-sabotaging yourself, because doing that over time, you're delaying blessings for yourself in that way too. And I've learned that the hard way. Do things that you actually enjoy, and also go on solo dates. The other day, I literally have been trying to get somebody to go see this movie with me, right? Because Scream 7 just came out. It's like people's schedules weren't lining up and things like that. So I decided to go by myself, which is something I have not done before. It was a movie theater I haven't been to before. And me just going by myself to a movie, I haven't done that before either. And it's my favorite movie franchise. So I was like, yeah, I want to go see this movie. I went to go see it, and honestly, I had a really good time. Like, obviously, you're watching a movie, you're gonna be quiet most of the time. But in the beginning, there was this girl I was sitting next to. We're just talking about the movie and all that stuff. And like, I genuinely had a good time going by myself. Sometimes going by yourself can be the best thing for you, because it's really showing yourself love and caring for yourself, not in a social environment, like with a group of people, which being with a group of people isn't a bad thing, but being by yourself isn't a bad thing either. When you think about something, believe that you already have it. Mind you, there's a song I'm listening to, right? And it's saying, if you want it, you already have it. And you really have to have that mindset, because if you don't, come on now, it's pretty self-explanatory. But having that mindset, believing that you already have something and then working towards it and bettering yourself for that certain thing is one of the best things you can do as well. Try new things. Recently, or maybe like a few months ago, I started doing my own nails to save money, basically. Just recently started going to the gym again because, gotta stay on top of that. And actually practicing the things that I enjoy, like playing a video game that I'm trying to get better at, going out for a walk and talking to new people, going to certain events that you usually wouldn't go to. You gotta try new things, and sometimes you'll end up meeting people you never thought you would meet, and you'll end up discovering more about yourself. You have to have a firm foundation. Now, I don't know what that looks like for you. It could be that you believe in God, or you may believe in something else. But you have to have a firm foundation, because if you build this like tower on nothing, that's gonna crumble and fall. Now, when you place your, like for example, when you place your faith in God, God does not change. God is the same yesterday, today, and forever. So when you place your firm foundation on Him and you continue to do things, this isn't gonna change. So this wouldn't move. But with that, God may take certain things away in order to give you something even better. But then without that firm foundation, how would you really know what's for you and what's not? Self-care. As you can see, I keep low-key looking at my eyebrows, because that is something I care about a lot. Like, if I don't have my eyebrows done, I'm not gonna leave. Like, I'm not gonna go out or do whatever until my eyebrows are done. Like, my hair could look a mess, and I would just have my eyebrows done. But practicing self-care and really caring for yourself, that's another thing that can be one of the best things you can do in your life as well. Just, it's like the bare minimum for yourself, which, especially with depression and anxiety, it's not easy, okay? Like, it's not easy to take care of yourself in that manner. Sometimes people even have a hard time doing basic needs for themselves. And that's okay, but you can't stay there. You have to believe that you can do it, and you will literally do it. It's easier said than done, but it's true. You have to give yourself grace. It's probably one of the hardest things I'm learning right now, because someone who's used to struggle with perfectionism, when you mess up, it's like your brain will just forget every other thing that you have done where you didn't mess up and focus on that one thing you did mess up and act like your life is over, basically. It's not easy. It's really hard to do that. And honestly, I'm still working on giving myself grace, because it's weird. I will freely and openly give grace to other people, but when it comes to myself, I just struggle like terribly. And I'm trying to work on giving myself grace, because yes, everybody messes up in ways. There are things that I have done in my life that I'm not proud of, and some things that it would have been nice if I went a different route about it. But I have to learn from that and give myself grace in order to move forward with my life. The type of music that you listen to does affect you mentally, okay? And also do your research when it comes to certain things. Like, you don't gotta listen to anything I'm saying in this video, okay? But take it as you will and do your research with certain things so you can know yourself, okay? But back to the music. Music that you listen to, especially if it's, like, for example, you're listening to a song that's talking about killing other people, wanting to do all these crazy behind things, right? And you may not think about wanting to kill people, but you will start to realize and start to develop anger or sometimes even hatred toward other people, which may not necessarily make you want to be violent physically toward them, but it could be violent emotionally, it could be violent mentally, you know? The type of music you listen to matters. I'm not saying you gotta listen to gospel music every single day, but choose music where the lyrics are not speaking death over yourself or even other people. Easier said than done, but something that helped me kind of drift away from songs I shouldn't be listening to like that is put a song I normally wouldn't listen to, right? Which in the past, it was gospel music. I would put certain gospel songs in my playlist that I normally wouldn't listen to. And then I would literally force myself to listen to it. I would force myself to listen to the song, and then I would end up going back to the other music that I technically shouldn't be listening to. And over time, I found that music just drifting away, because then I would add more songs, and then I would find myself discovering other songs that I liked that was not speaking death over myself, okay? Honestly, that's all I really wanted to say. Like, I know I really haven't been here in a while, and I feel like this video is necessary in order for me to progress with other things I want to do on this YouTube channel. And I thank you again for watching. If you need somebody to talk to, if you have any questions, you can either comment or email me, because I don't know if I'm gonna have Instagram back up right now, but you can comment or email me. And when I get my Instagram back up, you can also DM me on there too, or even on TikTok. But thank you for listening, and I pray you all have a blessed day.